我今次係第二次參加海歌堂嘅堂慶，我喺海歌堂信主咗9年，我覺得神係一路咁帶領我進入多倫多呢個應許之地。喺呢信主9年裏邊，我喺團契裏邊認識咗我嘅先生，由拍拖去到結婚，再去到而家有咗 BB。我覺得呢一段時間裏邊都好似係神與我同在，好似佢一路咁拖帶住我一樣。我覺得就好似馬太福音6章33節所講嘅，你要先求他的國和他的義，這些東西都要加給你們了。我覺得神係知道我嘅一切嘅需要，所以無論係我奉獻自己或者係投入侍奉裏邊，我都係甘心樂意，覺得心裏面有平安，因為我覺得神係會祝福同埋賜福俾我哋嘅。
Hello， 大家好，我是 Coco， 感谢赞美主，在这里分享我的见证。信主20多年，真的就是感觉到主的一步一步带领，无论高山和低谷，都有他的恩典在里面。感谢主，COVID的这个期间，由于多种的因素，让我的人生再次跌入低谷。所有的问题需要我自己一个人扛，因为已不再年轻，没有勇气再重新开始，感觉自己的人生很失败，力不从心，每天都是焦虑忧愁，所以也比较担心，感觉自己如果这样下去，我的后半生就会废掉了。心理的问题是很难解决的，无论多么富有，多么有能力有权利，都很难解决这个心理的问题。通常遇到问题的时候呢，都会找我妈为我祷告，因为感觉和神的关系很远，所以和神建立密切的关系是非常的重要。感谢神，神的爱不离不弃，也感谢我妈，神的话透过我妈妈传递给我。马太福音11章28节说，凡劳苦重担的人可以到我这里来，我就使你们得享安息。这节经文打开我的心门，看见一丝亮光，神的话带有力量。之前我妈也经常跟我说，但是没有感觉，就是这样奇妙，在那一刻触动我的心。感谢神的爱就是那样吸引我，带领我一步一步向前走。在封锁的期间呢，每天都去根据自己的心境去听到，去寻求神的话。诗篇119篇107节说，神的话是我脚前的灯，路上的光。能改变人是很难的，但是在神那里凡事都能做。感谢主给我力量，慢慢放下重担，释放内心的压力。重要的是在外面漂泊的心找到回家的路，让我的生命有盼望，生活有安全感，有内在的平安。感谢神，敬畏神，让我学会在困境中明白自己的软弱。困境中使我能依靠顺服他，困境中能让我的生命成长，带给我新的机会。我很担心自己的心再次出去飘荡，所以紧紧抓住神去寻求他。在COVID的解封后，我努力的去找教会，找到了凯歌堂，找到了属灵的家。道路千万条，安全第一条，信徒万万千，流浪千千万。感谢主的爱不离不弃，给我智慧，让我能听见他的呼唤，把我在悬崖边上拉回来。我也希望心在外面漂泊的弟兄姊妹早点回转，少走弯路，不要走到人生绝境才回转过来。也希望没有认识主耶稣的朋友，现在面临困难不知所措的时候，也可以尝试去了解耶稣，你一定会感受到他的爱。耶稣爱我，耶稣也爱你，把一切荣耀归给天上的父。阿门。
Hi everyone, my name is Jeremiah, and I've been attending Clay Fellowship at TCMC Triumph since last year, July 2022. And today I'm here to share a little bit about my testimony. At a young age, I grew up in a Christian family and I was attending church with my parents. And then around the age of 7, I think accepted Christ at the time at Awana. That's when I think around the time when I first knew who Christ was and came to know about Christianity. So after entering grade 10, my parents were actually fully divorced, and I started living with my dad. And at the time, I'd also stopped going to church. I stopped praying and pretty much just not even identifying myself as a Christian. So fast forward to grade 12, when I was at the point pretty much a few days leading up to my graduation. I had gotten an acceptance to McMaster University. It was like a conditional offer, so they needed me to maintain an average of 85. And at the time, when I first applied to McMaster, I had an average of 91. And by the time I graduated, my average had actually fallen to an 84.5. And I was feeling scared, a lot of dread, apprehensive as to like, what if I get a last minute notice from McMaster that they wouldn't accept me to the program since I didn't meet their conditional offer? And then what would I do, since if my parents found out, they would be heavily disappointed in me. Actually, during my graduation, I was still unsure what would happen, so I didn't really actually get to enjoy my graduation. I think at that point I did kind of fall back towards God and really reached out and be like, oh God, please help me get through this. Since I didn't really forget Him, I guess you could say, like, due to my childhood. But that was kind of one of the major incidents where I reached out and I felt like super desperate. So once I got the good news that I was actually fully accepted into the program, I quickly forgot about God once again. But after graduating, I once again found myself lost as to like, oh, what am I going to do with my life? What is my purpose? My mom was asking me what I wanted to do after I graduated, and I was still a little lost, and I didn't know kind of what I would be doing, and I didn't really have a job lined up after graduating. So she was like, oh, do you want to try working out at the summer camp at the church that she was going to? And then I was like, okay, sure, it would be an opportunity for me to make some money and also do something during the summer. One of the requirements while I was working at STEAM camp was that I had to attend church on both Saturdays and Sundays. At the time, I didn't really have a fully open heart, but I was like, okay, why not? I might as well come to see kind of what was happening and get to know the staff. I still remember the first few times I came to fellowship and Sunday service, remembering how warm everyone was and how much there was like a glow surrounding them. I was surprised and really just kind of drawn to that. I was like, what's giving them such a glow, and I was kind of curious to find out. Even after STEAM camp, I kept coming. I actually also got the opportunity to have lunch with Pastor Paul, and at the time I was sharing with him as to kind of how I was feeling, since I was feeling lost and purposeless in life, and I was kind of unsure what my next steps were. So he actually told me to check out and read this book called The Purpose-Driven Life, What on Earth Am I Here For, by Rick Warren. And I was actually surprised, since I actually had the book at home, but I never read it. So one of the sentences that stood out to me at the time when I was reading was this part that was about the benefits of a purpose-driven life. And it said, Isaiah complained, I have labored to no purpose, I have spent my strength in vain and for nothing. Job said, my life drags by, day after hopeless day, and I give up. I am tired of living. Leave me alone. My life makes no sense. After reading that passage and then eventually finishing the book, I realized that maybe I could refocus my heart and build a relationship with Christ again. And I got baptized in 2023 this year. So I would say that STEAM camp was the catalyst for me to get to know Christ again. It was through a gradual process of coming to church that I was willing to take the step to believe in Him and get baptized.